Hello, everybody. Welcome back to West Ham Unofficial, and we are
We are
joined by
live,
Andy Miles, and we
Miles,
are
and
live.
Dive, and we are
Christ, what
live.
happened there?
And Jake is
Yeah.
Jake's live, everybody. I just want to let everyone know that
Hello.
Jake is live right now.
What
Crikey,
an intro.
What an intro. Did the video just fail or something?
Dunno, mate.
Of all the times for things to mess up, but welcome back to West Ham Unofficial, professional as always. I was just shutting the door and the video just stopped. It's usually 30 seconds. I'm sure that wasn't 30 seconds, but this is the West Ham.
No. It was nice singing though, Jake. I really enjoyed that singing.
Oh, you want that's your pimmy now. This starts absolute nightmare. But anyway, this is the West Ham versus Brighton match preview. Takes place tomorrow night. We're playing in the Premier League midweek as we start up the fixture stack up over the festive period. We are coming into December, so this is crunch time now for most sides in the Premier League. It is the match preview for West Ham versus Brighton. Takes place tomorrow, 7:30 kickoff. Amazon Prime have decided to put it at 7:30. I've no idea why, but that's how things work. Kent, hope you are well. We are joined firstly by a Brighton fan, Taylor. How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. Regulars, James, how are you?
Wonderful, mate. Life is good.
Lovely. And Andy of West Ham Reunited, of course, James V27 TV. Andy, how are you?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad. Yeah, just had to go and have a COVID test today, which was nice.
Lovely.
I've been in contact with someone, so I'm waiting for the results.
Hopefully it's all clear. We'll start off with you, Taylor. What have you made of Brighton's season so far?
Well, it all started so well, and it's just gone downhill since the Liverpool game where we came back and drew. It's all just gone downhill since then.
Yeah,
we haven't won in, I think it's like 8 now. So
yeah.
Welcome West Ham United.
Well, exactly. We'll get on to that in just a second. But you were in the crowd at the weekend, and what was your thoughts on Brighton fans booing the players and Graham Potter off? Sitting, what are you? You're still in the top half of the table.
very harsh.
Yeah,
we're playing such good football. The players don't deserve to be booed. It's just we struggle with this every season. It's just putting the ball in the back of the net. We just can't.
Yeah. James, what have you made of Brighton so far this season?
Start of the season, I agree with Taylor. They come out flying, and then they've just started to become the old Brighton and just drawing and losing games. They haven't won a game in the last 8, I think it is, and the last 6 they've drew 4 and lost 2. Potter's got them really in a good position, but I don't know. I didn't understand why why Potter was getting booed at the weekend. It made no sense to me. He's a good manager. He's going to be going to a big club soon, somewhere, and I didn't understand it. But I think Brighton have been all right this year. I must admit, they've been one of the surprise packages.
Yeah, Andy. Put it this way: Does Brighton fear you?
If it was in the Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Championship, I'd be like no. But Premier League, it's just the jinx. It used to be Everton used to be our bogey team, and I think Brighton have took over. But as a team in general, yeah, I like the look of them. They've got a good balance. In my opinion, they've got Lewis Dunk, who's the most underrated centre half in the league. In my opinion, I think his leadership quality is up there with the best of them. And when we were linked with defenders last summer, when we were linked with Tarkovsky, I was saying Lewis Dunk would be the better option. But he's a Brighton player. He's been there for years. I can't see him leaving. But yeah, I saw Kent's comment in there as well with regards to Lamptey.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah, another youngster, a right back who's obviously had his injuries, has come back. Basuma, probably West Ham will probably be targeting when Declan Rice leaves, if he doesn't leave before then. But the one player as well, Taylor, probably he gets a lot of stick still. I loved him as a player. He's Burn. I love Burn,
Yeah.
but he's unreal for a tall lad. He can get about the pitch a bit, and he's a threat in both boxes. So, but no, I don't know. I don't know what to. I think I do think we'll win tomorrow, but it's going to be ugly. I can imagine it being like when we're fighting for survival and everyone's a bit edgy. That's the way I see the game going, and I think it will be one goal either way.
Yeah, Taylor, I think the stupid stat is that we haven't beaten you yet in the Premier League. I saw something come up of where it was losses for like the first 3 games, and then for the last like 3 seasons, we've like pretty much drew every single game. Bogey Brighton seem to be every single year they come up and just tend to annoy us. Does that give you any hope going into this game? You're not on you're not on the best run of form, but does that give you some hope? Would you say around Brighton currently is a little bit negative after the scenes at the final whistle on the weekend?
Well, I think about the game, I reckon we'll draw. It's just we're always better away. We just struggle to score, and I think the fan base are not really behind the players. Especially the strikers. Neil Maupay, he got booed when he came off, and cheers as well. The fact that he was leaving the pitch, so it's very negative around that aspect of the game.
I've just had a look, Taylor. So you got Aaron Connolly back, who's after 4 games, and I think he's sort of your bright spark. Don't get me wrong, he's not really got the goals, but he gives you an outlet, and I didn't realise he's back, and that's what sort of worries me, especially with us being the home side. Well, the West Ham fans especially are not going to take us not attacking Brighton. So someone like Connolly, Trossard can seriously cause us damage going. So the fact that they've got another outlet, I am kind of getting a bit worried as well.
Connolly, I don't know how long he's been back, but I don't think he's been involved even on the bench recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he wasn't on the bench against Leeds.
Okay. Yeah, no. Like you said, it's a game of football, and I just hope. I've got a feeling. I'm going in my predictions early. I think we'll win. We'll win 2-1, but it's not going to be pretty.
Do you think, Taylor, that the fans are behind Graham Potter?
Potter, definitely. The players, not so much. I think we're playing so well, so it can't be the manager's fault. It's just in front of goal that's annoying them, really.
Yeah, I think that's been the issue with Brighton for a few years. So let's just put you in a position now. You are Graham Potter. You're the head of the transfers coming in January. What positions are you looking to strengthen to just take you to that next level? I'm guessing a striker.
Well, I think we're sorted in every other position. Our goalkeeper, Robert Sanchez, he's been great this season. He's had a bit of struggle with his distribution, but other than that, he's been great. The defence, nothing needs to change. The wing backs, they're amazing. The back 3, they've been really good. The midfield, no problems there. It's just up front. We just need a striker.
Yeah. Let's take some of your comments. Lamptey is Brighton's danger man for me. How key is his pace and creativity to Brighton, would you say, Taylor?
He was so good. His pace is, he beat anyone in the league on pace. Him and Cucurella either side are going to be dangerous.
Yeah. That's the geezer with the wild Barnet, isn't it? That Cucurella. Yeah.
The big afro.
Yeah, you can't miss him, that's for sure. Hammerhead, I hope you are well. Shark, hope you will have a good show, Jake. Looking forward to going to my first West Ham game of the season tomorrow. Brighton will be a tough game. It always is. We always seem to make it hard work. Gaza, hope you are well. Steve, hope you are well. The keeper for Brighton is key. He starts attacks his very good keeper who's done the rounds on loan. If I was Graham Potter, I would play an extra man in midfield. Would you agree with that, Taylor?
Well, when we've played a 3 in midfield, it's gone well. I think our best 3 is Bizuma Mwepu. He's done well when he plays, and Lallana. But it's just a question with him about if he's fully fit.
Yeah, I have to wait and see on that one. Who is, we've mentioned quite a few players there, Taylor. Who to you is your key player that's going to have to be on form for you to get anything from this game in London tomorrow?
Well, we got to hope that the strikers, Neil Moore pays up for it. But the wing backs and Trossard, they've been going very well recently. So I think they're going to be the big threats, them three.
Yeah. James, any other specific players that when you look at Brighton, you think, Christ, we've got to keep them quiet?
Trossard is the man for me. I think if he gets the ball and starts running the show, then we're going to be in trouble. We don't ever play well against a 3-5-2. It's usually like a 3-5-2 they play Brighton, or a 3-4-3. And obviously Trossard's one of them. Obviously, whoever wins the midfield battle, but I think we'll win the midfield battle because we've got Declan Rice in there and Lamptey up against. What was he? Who would he be up against? Cresswell, I think. That's a big test for Cresswell, especially when he got injured the other day. So yeah, we've got to keep Lamptey quiet. If they start whipping them balls in, and they've all got their like big centre halves in there flying about, then it's going to be an hard day. I think this is a tough game for West Ham. It really is. We just do not play well against Brighton. We don't ever perform against Brighton. And we've never beaten Brighton in the Premier League, and they've been here 5 years, I think it is. So, to me, that says it all.
Yeah. When you look at the West Ham squad, Taylor, we're doing relatively well again this season. Who's the one player you fear going into the game?
Well, Antonio, he always does so well against us. He kind of bullies our defence, and they struggle when they're getting bullied around, like muscled around. I think Mitrovic, we struggle with him as well. He's a similar player, he muscles the defenders around. So I think he's going to be the danger man.
Yeah.
If he plays.
Andy, this is a key game and time for Antonio to come back into some form, isn't it?
You're probably gonna laugh at this, mate. I've seen some comments. I wouldn't play Antonio tomorrow. I would save him for Saturday at Chelsea. I think Bowen deserves the place up front, and that will mean that we can outnumber him in the midfield and bring Lanzini in for Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
Lanzini in for Antonio, and going with a midfield three of Lanzini, Suchek, and Rice to match him up in midfield. I see people in the comments doing it as well. And if it's not working, half hour to go, half hour is better. Antonio working his socks off than an hour, because as much as tomorrow is a must win, I think Saturday's more important as well to keep our chances up and getting away from the other sides.
Yeah, it's interesting. A lot of people are saying it's because there's no James will come true. There's no real fight for competition with that number nine, striker. Antonio just gets the free pass every week. Can you see David Moyes showing the courage and showing the balls to drop Antonio?
Nah, not at all. I agree with Andy 1,000% in what he's saying. Bowen deserves to come in, but it's like Antonio's undroppable for some reason, and to me, he should be on the bench. If he don't perform, he's no different to, say, Benrahma, Bowen, people like that who's been on the bench. Do you know what I mean? And Antonio plays because he's the only striker we've got. I agree. I don't want to see him playing tomorrow. I want to see a front four of like a 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1 system, and have like Lanzini, Fornells, Benrahma, Bowen. Like when we can turn it on with players with pace, and he's lost a bit of pace, but he makes too many silly mistakes for me. And half hour to go.
Sorry to interrupt, James. That's the thing with Bowen. When you've seen him play up top, he stays in the box. He doesn't drift wide. The amount of times we saw Antonio drift wide, and then he tries to cross the ball into no one.
The reason for that is because he's a winger by trade, and when you're a winger by trade, you go hunting for the ball instead of being a natural born striker. Natural born strikers don't drift left and right. You don't see Jimenez doing it. You don't see players in the past who have done it, like Diego Costa and people like that. They stay within the width of the goal and say, right, get the ball to me and let me do the damage. And yeah, and when another thing, and before I sort of end it on my saying, I don't want to see Antonio taking a long throw in again. Like all these long throws that he's decided to start taking. Like, are we turning into sort of Sam Allardyce Slaven Village era? That was dead years ago. Let's leave the throw-ins alone and let's start getting some more crosses in the box.
I agree.
That is it for me.
I agree. Taylor, before I let you go, most important thing, prediction. What are you going for?
I think it's going to be a draw. I think probably 1-1 draw.
Yeah.
I think that's what it's going to be.
Who's going to score for both sides, do you think?
I don't know. It's a difficult one. I think Trossard will probably score for us. And I think I've remembered in the past, you're always such a threat from set pieces. I reckon Souček will get a goal from a corner or something like that.
It would be nice. It would be nice. Taylor, any final thoughts between Brighton and West Ham, and anything you'd like to say before I let you go?
It's going to be a tough game.
Yeah.
Are you going, Taylor?
No, I'm not.
Okay, cool. I might have been able to pick you out because I sit next to you away fans if it was.
Taylor, you've been to London Stadium before, though. What's your thoughts on it? That's a good question.
It's a nice stadium. Very nice.
Very nice, very nice, very nice. Yeah, it's all right. It's getting better. It's getting better. Taylor, thank you very much for coming on for a Brighton perspective tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Cheers.
Take care,
thank
Taylor.
you very much, Taylor.
Take care, man.
All right then. So, thank you very much, Taylor. Let's take some comments quickly. I wouldn't fear Antonio. He will pass you the ball. We have a converted striker. We certainly do. Royce, Souček, and Kral or Lanzini with Fornals, Benny, and Antonio drop and Fornals, Benny, and Bowen drop Antonio. Malsey in, Moyes out. False 9 tomorrow, or Bowen as the main central striking option. Antonio has got no competition. He is too comfortable. I agree. Antonio wasn't great Sunday. He's out of form at the moment. His form only needs to drop to 10%. Drop 10%, and it goes poor. Wheels are off. Tough December. Oh, you're so negative, Steve. So negative. Come on, positivity. Evelyn, Pete, I hope you are well. We had a competitive 2-1 loss against City. Brighton going to get hurt. Let's hope so. Antonio should be in the box, hustling the keeper, not taking throws and drifting out. Greetings, Shiny G. Hope you are well. And everybody's saying hello to each other. Right. Fabianski and Areola. A quick debate on this. Now, I've defended Fabianski for most of the season where people are saying Areola in. I'm not going to lie, Fabianski's distribution on Sunday was poor. It was extremely poor. Could I see Areola coming in tomorrow? Yes. Do I think it will happen? No. Andy, Areola or Fabianski after that performance on Sunday?
The one thing I will say, Jake, was in the first half, it was like a flipping ice rink. I think he was more scared of falling over. So when he was kicking the ball, but to be fair, we were just so deep for the whole game. Like he was knocking the ball long, and they have like 6 players. Like Rodri's that intelligent. He just sits there. He just knows where the ball's gonna drop. And I'm not really. I've wanted, like me and Jazz have said it from the start, how much we want Areola in. Areola will be number 1 after January, I think, and he will. But you can't really drop a goalkeeper when it's not really his fault. It's different. He's not really made clanners. Do you know what I mean? He's not like led errors to goals. But no, you can't drop him yet. For me,
James, can you drop him?
Not for me, mate. I think people get a bit forgetful of what Fabianski did do on Sunday. I know his kicking was poor. I agree, 100,000%. But he did keep us in that game. He did some good saves and kept Manchester City at bay. I think one of the saves he pushed onto the post out for a corner. I agree with Andy there, mate. Like it was like an ice rink. I don't think anyone deserves any criticism from Sunday because you're playing the best team on the planet, or one of the best teams on the planet. You're also playing it in snowy conditions and icy conditions. Do you know what I mean? And that's bad enough. Like you've got to deal with like Man City at the best of times, and then you've got to deal with the conditions. So, no, not for me. Areola is the better goalkeeper, as I've said on numerous occasions. I've said on different platforms. But it is what it is. Fab hasn't done anything criminally wrong to warrant being subbed. Like, do you know what I mean? And subbed out, and Areola coming in. Areola should be the number one goalkeeper. Oh, I think we all agree on that, but he isn't because Moyes is loyal to players, and Fabianski's been there longer than Areola.
Well, yeah, exactly. I think for sure that he's been a great servant to us. Great saves. Was being sure of his feet, Fabianski, all day long. Brighton have not won in 8 games, and upstep West Ham. We've never beaten them in the Premier League. Well, it's now the time to step up and break that horrible curse. We will be finished in 9 minutes to let Andy go and do his reunited fives with John from JPWHU TV. Andy, I know you've got to go and prep and sort everything out for that. So your final prediction and thoughts for the game, mate.
I am going 2-1. I think they'll score first. I think it will be a sloppy goal. For me, as much as you love him, Jake, and I've defended him as well, I think it's time for Diop to come in instead of Virgil van Dawson. I think he needs to play more games, and he's only going to get better when he's playing next to Zuma, and that'll be ready for Saturday. And I'd like to see Soufal come in for Johnson as well. For me, Aaron Creswell's been past fit, which is a great bonus. And like I said, I would like to see Antonio rested. But I'm going to go 2-1, and the goal scorers for us will be Pablo Fornells and Kurt Zuma.
Lovely. And you did just mention Virgil van Dawson, yeah?
Yeah. He needs a rest. Look, he needs a rest. He's hurt himself carrying that. It weighs a ton.
Look at him. Look at the beautiful man. We've upgraded. I've now got to put that on my green screen thing. I've upgraded. Right, whilst I do that, let's take some calls. Andy, thank you very much for coming on. We will go
everyone.
United at 7 o'clock. Cheers, my man.
Take care. See you later. Bye.
See you later. Right, Soufal or Johnson, James, straight off the bat. No messing about.
Johnson for me. Johnson hasn't done anything criminally wrong. He played well for 70 minutes against Man City. Last 20, he went out. I think he was just knackered. I think he was just exhausted. He's made a lot of errors in the last 20, but he kept us in the game yet again. Another man who kept us in the game, cleared the ball off the line. And we seem to want to get these players out the door for some reason, which I can't understand. So, Johnson for me. Craig.
Yeah, and there he is, the beautiful man, Virgil van Dawson. Anyway, enough messing about. Let's get rid of that. Floppich, kick him off the bench. Oh, dearie me. James, you're not nodding your head to kick Vlasic off the bench, are you?
No. I was just listening to some music.
Yeah, definitely. Areola won't be number one as he won't get a contract unless he drops his wage demands. Masuaku is lazy, can't defend that. I thought he had a good first half, to be honest with you. I thought he did all right in the first half. Listen, you pick Masuaku knowing he's not going to defend. What more did you expect?
Don't pick him at all, mate, and actually go out and buy a proper player who can defend. That's the best way. Listen, Matt, I will say this, yeah. Maz played okay, yeah, up to the goal. Then after that, I think he just lost his confidence, if I'm honest. Also, the pitch didn't help either. No. But it was a criminal area for the first goal. It really was. Like the distance between him and Cresswell was. I'm sorry, but as championship standard, and you can't do that against Manchester City.
Yeah, well, just can't. David Moyes says Aaron Cresswell's a doubt for tomorrow's game against Brighton. Moyes says we've got a doubt about Aaron Cresswell. He's been out today, so we're hopeful that he's not too bad. So we'll see how he is. So we'll just have to wait and see on that. Right then, James, talk us through your starting lineup if you're David Moyes.
Fabianski in goal straight away. I don't think he deserves to be dropped. Far from it. I think he kept us in the game the other day, and yeah, his kicking was poor, but we all know his kicking's poor. So Fabianski in goal. I think Ben keeps his place on the right hand side. On the left hand side, Cresswell's not fit. You bring in Kral, you swap Ben Johnson and Kral around, so Ben goes left, Kral goes right, and that sort of sorts that out. Centre halves for me. Dawson, I thought Dawson played all right the other day. I got to admit, and I said that through gritted teeth the other day. I was like, I thought he would be the one who could expose us, and he didn't. He played well. So Dawson in, Zuma in, Rice, Souček in the middle, as two midfielders. I would bring Lanzini in. I would. I think Lanzini's played okay in spells.
Perfect game for Lanzini, I think.
Yeah, it is a perfect game for him. People were criticising Ben Rama the other day, saying like making him like a scapegoat. He was on for 55 minutes and he got injured in that time. So, and he had a shot on target and he was helping Antonio up front. I thought he was okay the other day. He weren't mustard, but he weren't poor. So I think Ben Rama comes in, Bowen, and then obviously Fornells. So you go with like a 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, like in and out of possession. And I just don't think Antonio, like for me, Antonio can't play every single game. And he's a bit like Aaron Cresswell. He can't play every single game either. Mm-hmm. So you've got to weigh it up. What do? Do you try and contain this game to about the 60th minute, 65th minute, bring Antonio on, give him 25 minutes, and he could possibly win us the game? Or do you go out with him, he plays, and he can end up pulling up or whatnot? I don't know. Antonio will probably start and Lanzini will be on the bench.
I hope
be either one or the other.
To be honest. Now, I am going to, at some point when I get some time, I am going to do a video about Manuel Lanzini. I had a bit of spare time, so I look back. His stats aren't too flattering for West Ham, but we all know what Lanzini has done for West Ham, and I'm gonna go through and have a look at how crucial his stats aren't fantastic. So I'm not going to do it purely stat based.
The thing is, Jake, I've just seen the comments there. Right, I want to ask you this: what did Manuel Lanzini do other than the goal on Sunday? Because for me personally, I thought he come on a bit like Bowen. He was there, but he didn't really do anything of any note attacking wise. Up to the goal, which was, let's be honest, it's the 94th minute. He's had a smack at it, and it's gone in the top corner. And people say about end product. Where's Antonio's end product been in the last four? Like, people have got to understand, and they've got to know their lane. Antonio gets away with murder, and Bowen has been in better positions. Where's Bowen's product for the last four? Do you know what I mean? He's had no end product either.
The bottom line of it is none of the front four have been firing for the last few games. Pretty much since, you could say the Villa game, they haven't really been firing. I thought Lanzini brought us up the pitch with a bit of energy. I love Ben Rama, James. I love Ben Rama, but he is starting to come a little bit predictable for me. You all know what he's going to do. He's going to get it on the side. He's going to cut in, or he's going to try and pass it, or he's going to have a shot.
Well, the thing is with Ben Rama, and I agree with what you're saying, and I don't think I'm defending him when he's undefendable. If he's poor, I say he's poor. But he's playing as a second striker. The man's never been a second striker in his career. He's been a number 10. He's been a left-sided winger, and that's down to Moyes. And people will criticise Ben Rama, but they won't look at Moyes and say, "Well, Moyes, why do you keep playing in that position when you've got Jared Bowen who can go in that position?" And if Ben Rama needs to be dropped, he needs to be dropped. But you can't. You've also got to have a look at other people on the pitch. Like what Antonio's taking long throws against Wolves and Man City, and that's our centre forward. But no one will pull that up. And Fornells, for how well he works hard. I thought Fornells played okay the other day, but I agree. All the four, not just Ben Rama, all four of them have not been on it. Bowen, chance after chance in Rapid Vienna, he should have had a hat-trick. He skies them and puts them wide, and like. You have to, if you're going to criticise one person for one thing, you've got to criticise them all for the same thing. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm just going to take some comments before we wrap things up. Thanks for your comments tonight. We've been flowing well tonight. We need these 3 points to go with a strong lineup. We bring in that striker from Basil, however you say. We will have two Arthurs. Benny got no end product, and we cross less often with him and Johnson at fullback. So yeah, people in the stands were getting so frustrated around us with how Ben Johnson just wasn't getting the ball into the box. He was messing around with it. He just wanted to do one more pass, and people were like, "Get it in the box," and he just failed to do that. Just maybe that just lack of experience in big games. You've got to put the ball into the box at any opportunity, especially.
Where was that? Was that at City, Jake? Was that?
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. You're playing against one of the best. Like when you look at that. Best teams in the world. Like if he does that tomorrow against Brighton, everyone can agree that like they're poor, but not against Manchester City. Not when they've got people. When you look at their backline's nearly worth 200 million.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So you've got to know where we're at.
Yeah. Just we're coming to the end of the show. Take a few last comments. Before I do, though, I want to give a shout out to some of the work that the guys are doing at the Iron Supporting Food Banks. They are back again for another year doing the Newham Recorder Christmas toy appeal. You can find out more information by clicking the link into the chat now to find out how you can help. Lanzini gets us playing much better football. He's a link-up player. Lanzini gets us moving. Antonio's got credit in the bank. That's like criticising Ogbonna. Lanzini holds the ball and keeps it moving. Lanzini changes how we play as a team, in my opinion. He can be weak on the ball, but like Ben Rama, and lose it in dangerous places, but he can finish and shoot. 2 seconds, James, hang on. Antonio is too busy with his cardboard cutout these days. Also, Lanzini's more aggressive with the ball, Antonio needs a goal like he did for Jamaica, I agree. Sufo and Creswell, if he's okay on the full-backs. James, I hope you are. Lanzini has great ball control and looks way more relaxed in a holding role. He has been asking to start for some time. Now, James, a couple of those comments there that you were a little bit surprised at. So we haven't got long because we're going to hand over to West Ham Reunited now. But your final thoughts, prediction, and your prediction, James.
Credit in the bank. You can only have credit in the bank for so long before you start running out of credit. Let's all remember that. Like, yeah, he's done well, Antonio, but he's not doing well now. He's working hard, but he's got no end product at present. So you can have all the credit in the bank, but when the bank's shut, you've got to go and find another bank. Do you know what I mean? So I'll leave it on that with that. Tomorrow's game's hard, mate. I'm all over the draw betting wise. And I feel the draw is coming. Are West Ham in good form at present? No. And West Ham, as I've done on E20 earlier, I look at the draw as the value bet. Do I think we'll lose tomorrow? No. I think we've got a lot better since last year. Can I see us winning tomorrow? It's against a team that we've never beaten in the Premier League. So the draw for me, I'm all over, and I'm punting big time on the draw. I think it'll be 2-2. I think there'll be goals in this game, and it'll be a similar game to how it was last season. Around Christmas time when we drew 2-2 with them again. And that's what I believe it will happen tomorrow at the LS. 100%.
We'll nick it 1-0. I think it'll be a goal from a corner. I keep saying it. I think Souček will score. I think it'll be a not nice, not very pretty, not very pleasurable football match, but I think we're going to get the crucial 3 points. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to West Ham Official. You can now go over to West Ham Reunited to check out what cool stuff they are doing over there. The link is going in the chat now. They're talking to JP from JPWHU TV a little bit about his top 5 West Ham kits. So go over there and see what is going on. And for me and James, come on you irons. James, will we get a come on you irons if we get a win and the front 4 improve?
Come on you irons. Front 4, start hitting the back of the net and hitting the target, and I'll be over the moon then. Big game tomorrow.
Yeah.
Massive.
Brighton have drawn 6 out of 8. That's another factor why it could be a draw tomorrow. But I'm positive. I'm backing the lads, and I'm going for the 3 points. Thank you very much. Become a member if you'd like. Subscribe, like, do all of that jazz, and we will catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys. Bye bye.